Here's your normal plan A. You get a job, you learn a set of tasks, you do work, maybe you get married, maybe you have kids, you work 40 hours a week for 40 years and if you have some type of pension, probably about 40% of the money if you make it to 65. You pay taxes, you pay to live, you invest money and leverage, you buy insurance, health, life, auto, and home in case something happens, mind you. You take 2 to 4 weeks of vacation a year, and after 5 to 10 years, and you hope nothing goes wrong. But there's an average of 2 catastrophes in any person's life. Now, let's take a look at the symptoms that we see here. First of all, do you have a monthly savings plan? There's a lack of savings in the U.S. Only 5% of the population has a plan. Honestly, look at this. We are down on the bottom end of the countries here. Now, we see massive debt all over, all areas, countries, cities, states, and even the personal economy in the home. Inflation's real rate is 11%, if you include rising gas, food, and energy prices. We see massive unemployment, jobs going overseas. We see rising healthcare costs, retirement losses. We see movements like the Tea Party, Occupy Wall Street, the Republic, and regime changes across the planet. And I'm going to give you a little perspective. In 2 generations, everyone forgets. In 1951, there was a tool to meet the needs of the economy in a family called a job. And there only needed to be 1 job per family to do the 3 things a job was supposed to do. The job, number 1, was supposed to pay the taxes the government said you had to pay. Number 2, it was supposed to give you enough money to live on. And number 3, it was supposed to give you enough money that you didn't have to live on, so you could put some money away and put it into the power of compounding and investments, so when you couldn't work anymore, you had something to live on. How's that working for you? 2010, it took 2.8 jobs to do what 1 job did in 1951. So if the past is going to predict the future, are jobs going to be more efficient or less efficient? Now, let's take a look at rapidly rising debt. The national debt clock, $14,984 billion on November 12th. Then you had Thanksgiving Day, 12 days later, made a significant jump. Excuse me, $15,049 billion. I just looked, and on Odd Hammer tutorial for the U.S. debt clock, it is at $15,595 billion. Last night when I did a presentation, it was at $15,590 billion. Folks, we are at a crossroads here with debt. Now, you're sitting behind your computer, and ever since you were a child, your parents said, remember, watch out for the warning signs. Well, if you heard a siren going down the street, your brain would automatically recognize it. Okay, if you're in a car, get out of the way. If you hear somebody's in distress. Well, I'm just going to point out some warning signs. I'm a firm believer that if you get the information and you can connect the dots all at once, just like taking the components to bake a cake, you'll be able to make a sound decision on what you need to do. Here's some things that are going to affect your plan A. Number 1, China's money has to revalue. The average wages for a Chinaman, 40% goes for food. When they revalue it, it will cause devaluation of the dollar. China's been selling off our paper debt and buying lands and resources in Australia, U.S., Canada, all over the world with our debt money. The U.S. Treasury, now picture this, U.S. Treasury prints up money. They give it to the Federal Reserve, which isn't any more part of the federal government than Federal Express is, at 0% tax-free. Then the Fed buys U.S. bonds printed by the Treasury out of thin air to look like the U.S. bonds are in demand. And this is what has resulted. The U.S. taxpayer under the Federal Reserve becomes the biggest holder of U.S. debt, not China. Folks, did you realize that? Now you got 5 sirens going off right now. If you were sitting at your computer and you heard 5 sirens going down the street, wouldn't say, wow, that's a big one. Well, let's take a look at some other ones. Here we go. Cash for clunkers. Although it stimulated the economy, by selling more new cars. It saddled the consumer with a new debt they didn't have before. And with QE1 and QE3, soon QE3 to come, this is going to make a major difference in everything that you do. The debt ceiling's raised again, and Super Congress can't cut $1 in spending or debt. Think about that. Now, the U.S. money could lose its world reserve status. Have you recognized it's already been downgraded? And whenever it's downgraded, we pay more money, interest on the money that we borrow. Where do you think they get that debt? Now, 9 European Union countries get credit downgraded on January 20th. They need $1 trillion bailout. You heard 2 peeps in the news, and that was it. Well, guess what? The Federal Reserve committed 130% of that, $300 billion to that bailout. That's on your shoulders, folks. New Middle East regimes can stop taking paper money for oil and want gold or land. I put this in red because we've been showing this for 2 months now, and something very significant recently happened. Now, you've been seeing movements like the National Defense Authorization Act, authorizing the use of military forces on our own soil. It's in the Constitution. They can't do that, but they made it that way now. They say they won't use it, but not. You see the expansion of FEMA and acts to control, like SOPA and ACTA, to control the news to what they want. Understand where this is going, folks. Now, MF Global tanks, $1.2 billion in the hedge fund missing. Think about that for a minute, folks. Has you seen any indictments? All these warning signs going off. Are you paying attention to what's going? Now, let's move to here. Recognize the real problem. In the U.S. government, they can't tell you the truth. They can't. We're the world's reserve currency. If they ever made a public declaration of what you're going to see here, it would topple all markets everywhere because we're the world's reserve currency. Number one, the paper money, it's not our own. And every time they increase the money supply, either by printing money or by fractional lending, it's a secret tax that strips the wealth and equity from everything you have without your permission, and you don't even know it's happening. It's fiat. It's printed out of thin air. It's backed by nothing. Fiat paper money can only go to its true value, zero. 100% of over the 4,000 paper currencies that have ever existed have all gone to their true value, zero. And it would be arrogant and irresponsible to think that the world's reserve currency, the dollar, is not going to follow the same suit. Next, folks, we're at 102% debt to gross domestic product. Do you realize that we're past the tipping point? That means if you were taxed 100% on everything that you made and didn't get to keep anything, it wouldn't even pay the interest on the national debt. Now, fractional banking destroys your buying power. You see, this is digital money expansion. Every time you give $1 to the bank, Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, the bank can loan out 10 more. They didn't print the money. They gave value to whatever they loaned it out to by the money. But if the money's by debt money, they collect 10 times the interest, and it increases the money supply digitally. Next, credit card debt has destroyed your buying power. Credit is merely money that hasn't been earned yet. You agree to get it now, and you'll pay for it later by working hard. Now, credit card debt. Credit cards were invented in 1951. Were manufacturers happy? Yeah, because people could now buy stuff that they didn't have to save up for. Were consumers happy? Yeah. So although it looked great, folks, it was the death dagger to the efficiency of the job to meet the needs of the economy. And so since then, we have been on a spiral down in the efficiency of the job. Now, let's take a look at this. You see this, you see that beam in the middle? That's like a seesaw. Remember when we were kids? Teeter-totter. On the left, let's take a picture of this. On the left, here you are, fuzzy wuzzy, whatever you do to make money, with a shovel, a stethoscope, or whatever. If on the left here's all the money you earn, all the money you're going to earn, and everything that you've bought with the money that you've earned, like houses and cars, aren't the loans in dollars? Well, guess what? The other way to remember, as we showed before, on the right side of the teeter-totter, you got time and investments. Whatever happens to the paper money on the left here happens to the value of everything you do with your labor. What happens is inflation eats away at our asset values, putting them out of balance. We simply cannot keep up. One way to try to rebalance is to add more time. That's the reason it takes 2.8 jobs to do what one job used to do. So, the simplicity of everything you're going to see today is strictly this. All you need to do is keep doing what you're doing, but open a Karatbar's account on the right side. Exchange some of your paper money into gold money on the right side. As inflation eats away at your asset values on the left, dipping it down, the value of your Karatbar accounts goes up and balances it out. It's really brilliantly simple. Now, I just showed you all the things that went on. I live in San Diego. 25 years ago in Mexico, the Mexican citizens woke up one morning to hear you got 30 days to turn in your cash for our brand new money. You see, other countries are buying U.S. debt, could say without warning, just as in Mexico, your credit card is cut off. You cannot fiscally keep your house. You see, the U.S. doesn't have a savings account. The only thing they have, they've got your labor as guarantee to borrow what they want to. The U.S. uses other countries' savings accounts to buy their debt. And when they feel that they're not going to get what they want from their money, they can just say, we're not buying anymore. And that's exactly what you're seeing with the Federal Reserve buying our debt. Now, remember how I said new Middle East regimes can stop taking our paper money for oil? Here it started, January 23rd, India to pay gold instead of the world's reserve currency, dollars, for Iranian oil. 20% of the market. China's going to follow suit. When two superpowers decide that they're going to dump the dollar to buy something that's a necessity, folks, you are looking at the probability, at least, that other countries may start to do the same thing. Now, let's take a look at gold for a minute. Why a gold account? Why Karatbar's a gold account? Well, gold never changes. Paper money does. 100 years ago, an ounce of gold would buy you this much bread. Today, an ounce of gold will buy you this much bread. The U.S. has lost 97% of its value in 97 years. But let's take a look. 100 years ago, $1 would have bought you this much bread. And today, it will only buy you this much bread. The value of gold's not going up. The value of the paper money's going down. It takes more and more dollars to buy an ounce of gold or a loaf of bread. Something very significant happened yesterday on Forbes. For the first time, is everybody seeing the raise in gas prices? It is not due to supply and demand. It is due to the fact that you're paying more money at the pump because the value of the dollar is worth less. So you're going to need more and more paper dollars in order to buy the same amount of gas, and it has nothing to do with supply or demand. The article was in Forbes yesterday. Here, meet the new real money, Karatbar's 24-karat gold money. You see, we have a very unique product. We are not in the bake sale of gold companies. We are in a category creator in itself. Now, you see on the right, you see Karatbar's. Now, I'm a common sense guy. The Vatican had us produce 100 kilograms of these affinity cards. Now, the Vatican, I'm a common sense guy. The Vatican doesn't let you put their name or anything on anything at all, regardless of whether you have an affinity towards Catholicism. It doesn't matter. The Vatican is a financial world financial power, and they don't put their name or let you put their name on anything. So reality, that is a verification in itself for the common sense person that what we have is worth looking at. Next, We have other cards that are coming out. Affinity cards will be able to brand companies, teams, pro teams, holidays, babies, birthdays, nonprofits, etc. So we have a real gold money here, folks. Now, let's take a look at Karatbar's unique features and benefits. These are real 1 gram units, or 1.01 grams in weight. They're pure 999.9, 24 karat fine gold bullion. They've got a security hologram on the back. They're heat sealed in the middle of their certificate card with the assayer's signature. They have other security features, and it's a verification to anybody else that what you have is real and not counterfeit. We have the LBMA stamp on the bar. Now, this is important. The LBMA stamp is recognized by governments and banks as good delivery gold. And it's accepted as, quote unquote, settlement of debt. It's very important. We needed to get that accreditation. This is a new security hologram that will be on the back of the bars sometime in March. Now, lbma.org, you want to see the refinery, go to lbma.org.uk, go to the good delivery list tab, then go to the gold list, and then go to Turkey, and you will find us. Not everybody can get on there. Why are we the most valuable gold in the world? There's several reasons. Number one, we're privately issued gold. Do you realize that any government issued gold, even if it's a coin, etc., if it's a coin, even if you buy a government issued coin, you are merely the bearer of the coin. They cannot confiscate, but they can recall it and pay you the face value on that. So realize what our unique features are. We're LBMA approved refinery. We are a geographically diversification because we can store it abroad in different key locations across the planet. We have an inflation-free monetary system that I'll go into, and we're accepted by merchants worldwide very soon. We're already accepted in many different places, merchants in Europe. Now we're expanding into all areas of the world, and we're in 72 countries, I think, right now. Now, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the Karatbar's company. Folks, we've never had any debt. We're never going to have debt. We have good, sound financial people at the helm. And here you have our financial services offered in Stuttgart, Germany. We also have our Karatbar's International Europe branches there in Stuttgart for launching pad for customer service there, as well as we opened one up in Belize for the Americas to handle North, Central, and South America, as well as one in Batai, Thailand for the Asia Pacific Rim. We also have another company opening up under our umbrella called World Orem, and I'm going to get into that right here. World Orem licenses gold mining and production partnerships. We have a method of gold extraction that is green technology. It can remove as much as 15 times more gold from ore than traditional methods using mercury cyanide. Any methods using mercury cyanide, where do you think that goes? It goes in the ground. Once it goes in the ground, where does it go? The water table. Once it goes in the water table, it goes in the plants and animals, and then humans eat it. This is going to cause, as the world goes gold mining crazy, as it is now, this is going to cause a lot of problems in the future. What do we have? We are a tactical partner and player in world gold production using green technology. We don't use mercury cyanide, folks. How big is that going to be? Think about it for a minute. Now, we will be assigning only 20,000 profit-sharing licenses worldwide. I do not have all the details. I can tell you this: they will be 2,500 euros per license. This is just another section of our company. And for those that have or signed a license, they will produce revenue, dividends, and additional streams of income. This will raise 50 million euros of infrastructure capital in order to allow us to strategically place and align green technology extraction units in areas of the world to produce more green gold for our production needs. Next, I'm going to show you how we all fit in this. Why is Karatbar's so different and not in the same category as any other gold dealer. In any economic system, you have demand, you have supply, and you've got a medium of exchange. Demand is Karatbar affiliates, supply is Karatbar merchants, and medium of exchange is Karatbar's International with our real gold money. It's not fiat, there's no fractional lending, and there's no credit. So the only stimulation for demand, for supply, is by real money. It's an inflation-free system. Now, let's take a look at how this all fits together with World Orm. World Orm is going to help us produce the additional gold supply that we need. Next, you were invited to come on this webcast from somebody who was already a Karatbar affiliate. They opened a gold savings account. They exchanged cash into that account. Paper cash for gold money. Okay? Now, for that, Karatbars doesn't have any advertising. They don't put TV commercials or radio commercials or other advertising like that. That's all wasted money if you don't see it. Instead, they will pay you to do the thing you've always done. You have always told somebody about something that you like or you don't like. So anybody that doesn't think they network, the only difference between what you're doing, telling somebody that you like and don't like, is now you have a chance to get paid for it. Whenever there is a money exchange in an account, the reward or financial remuneration for the referral goes onto a global debit card once 20 euros or more has been earned by the Karatbar's affiliate. They can either take that debit card and spend it wherever they want in normal life, or they can be smart, because right now you should be in the acquisition of our product. You can exchange those commissions into your gold savings account and actually build up a volume. Now, these cards you see in any one of the corner of the slide here are Karatbars cards. They can be used as real exchange and barter for goods and service. Now, maybe not here in the U.S. right away, and that's not the point. The reality is, think about this. We're a global company. How many people in Egypt and Greece or any other country in trouble where there's a disruption in the food supply or any other necessity would like to have transaction-friendly weights of gold, which has never lost its buying power? They can use this in exchange for what they need. Now, very soon, we will have the ability to transfer fractions of a gram from your gold savings account, which is in weight, to Karatbar's merchants for payment of goods and services. So it would be possible not to deal with these 1 gram cards, but to actually, let's just say you were, a gal who wanted to go to the beauty shop, you could maybe transfer 0.0385 grams, for example, for the goods and services to that beauty shop merchant. You are looking at an honest money system here, folks. Now, why is this good? When countries are in trouble, and there's a disruption in the ability to conduct business, where do the citizens of that country go? To the governments, right? Where the government's going to get the money in order to take care of the citizens in that time? That's the challenge. This is a great option for them, and for them to actually be able to use in times of the change in the money. Let's take a look at what you're looking at. Some of you haven't put it together. Across the globe, you're watching paper money in trouble. Well, guess what? On the previous slide, are consumers happy today? No. Are merchants happy today? No. Is the money happy today? No. When this is economic law. Whenever the 3 components of any economic system are not happy, that system will change. You are looking to look at the greatest paradigm shift we will ever witness in our lifetime as paper money transfers to gold, silver, and oil-backed money globally. If Karatbars expands to just get 1/3 of 1% of that market, think about it for a minute, not even 1%, it will be bigger than all of the health, wellness, nutrition, weight loss, water, food, juice, coffee, energy drink, beauty, jewelry, gifting, shopping portals, penny auctions, advertising, cars, shoes, travel, and clothes, all of them combined. That's how big it is. And we have an opportunity to put ourselves in the front of this change, and that's where wealth is created. Now, I always like this picture. Now, you see this picture, there's 11 people in that. Lower left-hand corner, that's Bill Gates. These are the 11 original designers of Microsoft Windows. They worked out of a strip mall warehouse. Guess what? It didn't work right. It had tons of glitches. And as a matter of fact, they were making an operating system for human beings to work a computer with pick and click technology to make it simpler for them. 7 of the 11 failed to see the vision of what they were looking at and working on. 7 of them that had vested interest in Microsoft quit. The other 4 went on to become multi-deca billionaires, billionaires, and near billionaires. So every time I show you somebody Karatbars, this is what is going to happen. You may make a decision whether you're one of the 7 or you're one of the 4. Karatbars is an operating system for human beings across the planet in different monies, in different merchant circles, in order to conduct business more simply, inflation-free. It is a system whose time has come. And you know what? It's all going to be about your perception. And even if you didn't get it this time, I guarantee you that this is going to marinate on your brain like a steak in a bowl of Worcestershire sauce, man. I've had many people come back the next day and said, I finally got it. All right, now, here's the customer program and features. There's no cost to register. You can open up an account. It doesn't cost you a penny. You can open up as many accounts across the globe for not 1 penny of overhead. There's no website or annual fees. The gold's privately minted, secure, and non-seizable. We offer free storage. That is critical. It's one thing to buy gold. It's another thing, what do you do once you buy it? Low cost and insured delivery for those that want to transfer it to another vault or get it in their hands. This is a unique part. We have an exit strategy as part of the program. The company has the best buyback price on the market. We are the largest producer of transaction-friendly 1-gram weights in the world. You also can offer your holdings if you want to exchange part of your holdings to Karatbar's affiliates. You can put it on your website up for bid. There's a commissionable activity. And then you can also offer it to affiliates directly in our Skype chat rooms. And the last 4th way to utilize what the holdings that you have is through our merchant companies. Now, you will find that as we launch. This is the point, folks. Realize gold preserves buying power. Today's Thursday. Realize this. If the newspapers today said, Friday, you have 30 days to turn in the kind of cash you have, your now cash, for our new cash, worth a fraction of what it will buy now, how much of your now cash in your wallet would you be exchanging into your Karatbar's gold money today if you didn't lose the buying power when you got the gold money? Think about it. That's what happens when they revalue a money. They pay off the existing debt, folks. The debt that you've accrued on from the government printing money is not going to go away. They're going to extract it with the new money in the value of all of your assets. You need to understand the significance of that. How to get started. Register an account with Karatbars. Contact the person who referred you. Fill out an app. Be a good customer service to the people that you work with. Also, upgrade to affiliate. Everybody's a customer by default. The only thing you have to do to become an affiliate to earn in the rewards program is click a box. Then you have to know your customer. That is following the Patriot Act. We're going to submit 2 docs, a picture ID, and a utility bill. This is uploaded directly to the Karatbars.com company. This is a private and secure account for you. We exchange paper money for Karatbars through our online back office. That's as simple as that. Pick a way that you want to exchange. And read the terms and conditions in your back office. We can exchange it by Visa, MasterCard, bank transfer, or easy bonds. And we have two purchase options. One, you can have a monthly gold savings plan. It's equivalent to dollar cost averaging. Set it and forget it. Exchange declining fiat papers into gold monthly. Affordable stands start at just €50 deposits. You own, manage, and control your account online. The gold savings plans are an agreement to exchange 100 grams of gold into the account over an open-ended time frame. You can do that in 1 deposit, 10 deposits, 50 deposits, 100 deposits, 200 deposits. If you don't make a deposit in a month, you're not penalized. There's no maintenance fees, anything. It's your account. You just fund it the way you want to. Now, you have one-time exchanges, okay? These are the minimum for one-time exchange, which is you can either leave in your account or get delivered to you immediately, is €500. Free storage and low-cost delivery worldwide. SecureLog is a premier partner worldwide. We utilize them. They are a marquee company, folks. Go check them out. They will store our gold for free. That's part of the investment of, I should say that is part of the vested interests of the company to help subsidize that for you whenever you exchange paper money for gold money with us. Now, two things happen. Either you exchange paper money and it goes into storage, or you exchange paper money into gold and it's delivered to you. There's only two things that happen, and this is not in circulation. This is not in some bank vault that patrons go in and work like a regular bank. So it's not in circulation. Then we have G4S for large deliveries over $10,000. G4S is respected as the world's largest armored service delivery company in the world. All right, now, we have storage facilities in Germany, Switzerland, and Singapore, and soon to have other areas in the world. Okay, now, everything fuzzy-wuzzy that you just saw, everything's going to affect your Plan A. I don't care what you do for a living. Taxes. Optimize them before the IRS optimizes you. Where do you think the U.S. government's going to get the money to pay our debt? They may not call it taxes, folks. They'll just call it fees. Inflation. You'll never outwork it. And if you have to pay more for today what you used to pay less for yesterday, will you have less left over to invest for leverage? And last but not least, residual income. You can't retire without it. How many people lost something in pensions, stocks, 401ks turning into 101ks, real estate, hedge funds? Think about that for a minute. Karatbar's Plan B. Doesn't matter what you do for a living. Just keep doing it. Open up a Karatbar's account. Learn a few new tasks. If you want to share it with somebody, great. If you just want to use the account, great. But if you want to learn how to hedge off any changes in the market and earn free gold, merely find 3 people and show them, work 10 hours a week for a few years, and some of you will do it in less than 12 months. And you can retire better and not at 65, okay? Help others get what they want, you get what they want. Optimize taxes pay to play. Invest time, not cash money. You know what? Instead of you buying insurance, let your business buy the insurance. You have life insurance in case something happens for your family. You have health insurance in case something happens to your own body. You have auto insurance in case you get in a wreck. And you got home insurance in case there's a fire. Well, guess what? We exchange cash for gold money for inflation insurance for your money. What if something happens to your money? Everything else is tied to the money. We take business trips worldwide. Now, I'm not a tax professional, and I am not a financial planner. I am a guy who's got a Karatbar's account funded, and I make referrals to them to go to Karatbar's in order to get their own account. That's it. No licensing needed. I don't talk about any things that will bring us underneath any other jurisdiction. It's simple as this. You do 2 things. You exchange paper money declining buying power into Karatbar's gold money, and then if you want to make money, show 3 people how to do the same thing. That's it. Yeah, I could just sum it up in all of that, but you wouldn't get what's going on with the money right now. That's as simple as you make it on a tabletop presentation. Hold up a Karatbar's card and show them. To find the three, you're going to have to interview and select a few core partners. You know, if it's possible, meet face-to-face by phone or Skype. Look at. You only need really to find 3 people to make this, to really, if you want to really zoom this, to make it work. Get paid 5 ways. I'm not going to go into all the details. I'm going to give you an overview. Customer acquisition bonus on monthly plans up to $900 US, 670 euros on every plan initiated. We have residuals and commissions up to 5.5% on deposits. We also have a differential income between your pay rank and the rank of somebody else who initiates a plan if you make referrals. We also have a Karatbar's pool that pays you in paper money, and we got a Karatbar's gold fund that pays you in gold. You like to get paid in gold? Next, this is what the chart looks like that you'll see, and every time a purchase plan agreement's initiated, 670 euros is immediately designated to the ranks at the end of the month for all of the purchase plans that are initiated during the month. So let's take an example here. You open a plan, you enroll, activate, get your documents approved. You open up your own plan. You make a monthly deposit every month. Doesn't matter how much it is. And if you miss a month, well, you miss a month. But you know what? You make a deposit. That's the secret to making money in this. You find 3 people who open up 100 euro plans, 100 euros a month, which is about 130 US dollars, okay? For that, you're going to get 600 euros. Do you get that money all at once? No. It's spread out over 50 grams. 1/3 of the customer acquisition bonus is paid out over the first 10 grams, and 2/3 of the customer acquisition bonus paid out of the next 40 grams. Month number 2, how many people did you find? None. You found them in month 1. Now, when month 1's new plans make a deposit again on their account, guess what? That's residual income, folks, on that. So you're going to get paid for month 1, and now you're going to get paid for month 2. The 3 that you found 3 each. And if they only did a 100 euro plan, they're not limited to that. They can do whatever they want to do. You're going to spin off a differential income between your rank as bronze supervisor and their rank as supervisor. That's going to spin off 720 euros on 80 euros on the new 9 purchase plans that came in that month, and you didn't even know them, but you were helping them find those people. Do you get all that money all at once? No, spread out over the first 50 grams. So now you're getting paid for month 1 and month 2. Month 3, how many more people did you find? You didn't. You helped those 3 find their 3. And in case that point works, here you get 140 euros if everybody found 3 here. There's 27 new monthly purchase plans that got started. You'd make 140 euro override on each one. That would spin off a customer acquisition bonus override differential income of 3,780 euros, or about $5,000. Now, do you get that all at once? Nope, spread out over the first 50 grams. So now you get paid on deposits from month 3, month 2, and month 1. And you just needed to go out and do the work to find 3, and then teach those 3 how to help their 3 find their 3. Once you do that, the duplication process works. It's like picking up a snowball, and you're at the top of a mountain. You're going up the mountain, and you're rolling the snowball. As it gets bigger, you need more people to push it over the top. And so you bring more people, the snowball gets bigger. As soon as you get it over the top of the mountain, the snowball rolls downhill on its own. That is a phenomenon in network marketing called momentum. And if you learn to duplicate instead of innovate, you're going to make a ton of money in this thing. Now, this is in a perfect world. Well, guess what? The world isn't perfect. Some people may not find 3 directly. Some may find 10. I don't know. It just depends on how the duplication process goes there. Now, month 4 gets better, right? How many people did you find in month 4? You didn't. You found them in month 1. Neither did any of the other ones, but we worked together as a team. You're going to draft an all-star team with different talents and put it together. And at this point, there's 81, those 27 that found 3 each, there's 81 new purchase plans that came in down there. And you're making a 90 euro override on each one of those plans. Folks, that's 7,290 euros in a perfect world. That's about $9,000. Now, to get that all at once? Nope, spread out over 50 grams. On top of the income that you're earning from the deposits that are made, again, from the ones that started in month 3, on top of the income you're getting from the deposits that are made, again, from the accounts that got started in month 2, and on top of the income you're getting from the deposits that were made from the accounts that got started in month 1, you're building 4 different income streams. Each month is a new income stream. Now, month 5, this is where you really, if you're smart about this, and you get busy with this and you communicate the power of duplication, month 5, this is where it gets good. How many people did you find? Didn't. You found them in month 1. Neither did the people that you found, and the ones that they found, and the ones that they found. Now you have a team building. And remember, now you've got 81 different people that came in month 4 finding 3, just 3 a month, that would rather have a savings account backed by gold instead of the FDIC. Think about it for a minute. Now you're getting paid 120 euros override, differential income on 243 plans. That will spin off 29,160 euros of customer acquisition bonus differential income. To get it all at once? Nope, spread that over the first 50 grams. So if you look at this, folks, that's about $40,000. Remember, this isn't just an example. This is no claim to income. This is what can happen if you do the work and duplicate. Now, how fast could you find your 3? Think about it for a minute. Hey, Joe, what do you think of... Let me ask you a question. Tom and I are in a discussion right now, and I thought I'd ask you your opinion. You got a quick second? Sure, Dan, what's going on? Listen, if you could have a bank account backed by the FDIC insurance, which is 15 trillion in the red, or an account in gold, which one do you think would be better? Well, gold, Dan. You know what? That's what I was thinking too. You know what? Let me get some more information here, and can I send you some in an email? Sure, Dan, why not? Guess what? Put the information to work. Your job is not to describe or try and pitch the business. Next, check your own level of interest on a scale to 1. If you're looking at this for the first time, folks, what's your level of interest on what you saw first here? Let's just say it's an 8. I want you to do one thing. I want you to look in your cell phone contact list. I want to see how many contacts do you have in your own phone. This is where you're going to find them right here. Could there be 3 people out of your whole list that would have the level of interest of 8? Do you think that some of them could be a 10 out of 10 as soon as they saw this, when they realized they could open an account, it didn't cost them 1 single penny or obligation? Yes or no? Now, not all of them would be 10 out of 10s. You could get them started immediately. Some will be 3s. I don't know which ones are what. What do you think the best way to be to find out? 100% of the time they say ask them. Could you contact 10 people in one evening just doing what I just told you to do? With your help, could that duplicate itself working together in a team fashion, making 3-way calls? Could your month 3 be your month 1? How would you like to duplicate? Could you find 3 people in 1 week? Well, then you got, 3 more weeks for those people to help find more people. You could do this if you implement and work together. Now, guess what? You're not limited to 3. You can take as many lines as you want. I just showed you what to do to start to create the momentum in 3. If you're a silver director and you enroll a brand new number 4 person, there's not 100 euros you're going to get paid out. You're going to get all 630 euros on a new customer acquisition bonus on that account. There isn't anybody in between that's going to take any differential income. Folks, you can take as many lines as you want. The key is getting some momentum in 3. Now, registration's free, But if you're serious, this is what we suggest. Look at, we have a fast start bonus. The company put together the ability to make your very first initial deposit on your monthly plan up to 500 euros or and they'll give you that will send 500 points into the program. Now, they will give you the rank, but not the points. But that's okay because it's going to give you more earning power. Let's just see what happens if the 3 people you brought in did this. Now, that's 3 times 500 plus 2 that do 500. You're going to spin off in your first month $570. That's at a 1.3 to 1 euro. Well, guess what? Right now, it's about $610. And then switch it down from 500 deposit to a 100. That will spin off an ongoing residual monthly to actually create your next automatic deposit. Remember, nobody has spent any money in this program. They took paper money out of their left paper money pocket and they put it into gold money in their right pocket. There is no loss of wealth. And they got their $570 or $610 as it fluctuates back in their paper money pocket again, and they could exchange that back for more acquisition of gold. Realize this, folks. You want to know how to make free gold? As soon as your commissions are more than it takes to make your own deposit into your own account. How much did your own deposit cost you? Nothing. Can you get it cheaper anywhere else? Show somebody how to earn 100 grams of gold by doing work and doing the necessary things to open an account and start it off. This is what the compensation plan looks like. It's 15 minutes long. You will see it on different sites. You can also have a direct link, karatbarspayplan.info. If you have a pen, karatbarspayplan.info. Watch it. Karatbarsuniversity.com and KBTV, live streaming TV channel. This is our system. This is our system that we are developing and creating in order to teach somebody in different languages and different customs how to build a business step by step. It provides easy support for duplication. We have trainings on how to approach individuals, companies, nonprofits, etc. That's specific. Part of the system is free, but the paid specific training is $19.95 a month. Now, the company has subsidized a tremendous amount of the cost for this. If you have any idea how much bandwidth is, it is enormous. The company has reduced the cost as much as they can for you. It is not mandatory. It is optional. But let me make this statement very clear. Karatbars is like karatbars.com up here, the main site. Let's think of a family. That's Dad. Dad will pay you for your productive performance. He doesn't care how old you are. He doesn't care what country you're in or language you speak or your educational level or your economic level. You do work, you make money. Karatbarsuniversity.com, that's like mom. Mom's not dad, dad's not mom. Mom teaches you how to make friends and she gives you your time back. Systems give you your time back. Karatbars.com pays you money. Karatbarsuniversity.com pays you back your time. This is how it works. Now, there's alternative information sites that we have for people that just use it for free. Karatbarsintro.com, connect the dots. Lloyd Muirfield made that. Go check it out. You'll see schedule events there. Then karatbarsinfo.com, Joe Norman made that. That's like the physician's desk reference manual for this. The people who are engineers and stuff, they love that, okay? But it might be too much to send somebody right off the bat. It just depends. Karatbarstv.com is a great visual way to get adjusted and understand the culture of our business. These are don't cost you a penny. They don't link back to anybody. They are neutral sites for you to utilize. We also have other premier systems with autoresponders, etc. They are top quality marquee companies. They are additional. They're not mandatory, but if you are somebody who likes systems, check out Karatbar's systems from us. You can find that if you join us, and you will see some of the examples of that. You want to get answers to questions? Get in the Skype chat rooms. You don't have Skype? Skype.com. Get it. We do business all over the world. It's the best way. It's free. It doesn't cost you a penny. You talk to anybody in the world. It's how we get the fastest information out and how we keep you plugged in so that you can stay on top and ask a question at the spur of the moment. Somebody's going to go help you out. Folks, I'm going to wrap this up. We need you to join us on our crusade to help others help themselves. We don't advertise. The only way they're going to find out about this is if you offer them the ability to come check it out and say yes or no. We do webcast plans every Tuesday at 12 noon Pacific, which is 3 p.m. Eastern, and Friday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 noon Eastern. We also have a lot of other ways that you can plug in, from questions and answers for the affiliates to live conference calls, presentations. There's plenty for you to do. Look for schedule events under the More tab or live schedule on Karatbar's TV, as well as you can see it on Karatbar's intro. You can find it on every one of the individual sites that were there. This is, I haven't seen all, I hope somebody's been fielding some of the questions here. Let's see if they have. Okay. They shut down, Judy said during the Egypt's uprising, shut down all the ATM machines. That's right, Judy. You're 100% right. How valuable would a 1 gram transaction friendly weight of gold that they know wouldn't be counterfeit be useful to buy stuff? Let's see. Click on the green. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Well, if there isn't anything else, it's 9:53. At 10 o'clock in a few minutes, I'm going to go over a walkthrough on the Karatbars.com back office for new affiliates. Kind of walk you through the tabs and show you how to do stuff. Lloyd usually does this every day. He does it Monday through Saturday. Lloyd's mom passed away, and he's out with family right now, and we wish him the absolute our condolences, and we're sorry. We want to extend our condolences, and we're sorry for your loss, Lloyd. You've been a tremendous giver to all of us, and you give your time all the time. Many of us here, we do things we don't get paid for it. We just do it to help you. So we want to invite you to come be a part of our family. That's what we are. We're Karatbar's family. We have the ability to change all kinds of things in the world, folks. Really, think about it. When the paper money continues to devalue, just as you're seeing for the first time in the United States in gasoline prices, it's due because the dollar has been recognized as being worth less for what it buys. Is the past going to predict the future? Yep. So we want you to help us expand this business with us. Why not make some free gold?